Unaware he just signed a $1 billion deal, wife serves husband divorce papers minutes after she births twins for his boss. The champagne cork exploded like a gunshot. Ethan's hand trembled as the pen touched paper. Thick, cream-colored, expensive. The kind of paper that changes lives. Behind him, Victor's laugh boomed across the boardroom, all polished mahogany and floor-to-ceiling windows that made Seattle look like a kingdom of glass and gold. "Sign it, son." Victor's palm cracked against Ethan's shoulder blade. "This makes you a billionaire. One signature. $1 billion. The pen scratched. Blue ink bled into loops and lines. ETHAN. Around the table, men in sharp suits clapped. Someone popped another bottle. The city lights below blinked like a million tiny promises. Ethan grinned. His phone buzzed in his pocket. Third time in 5 minutes. He ignored it. Across town, in a room that smelled like antiseptic and sweat, Ava screamed. Her fingernails dug into starched white sheets. The fluorescent lights overhead burned too bright, turned her skin ghost pale. A nurse with kind eyes dabbed her forehead. "Push," the doctor said. "Almost there." Ava pushed. Her body split in half. Pain like lightning, like drowning, like dying. Then, a cry. Small. Desperate. Alive. "It's a boy," someone said. Ava collapsed against pillows, chest heaving. But the doctor's hands were already moving. "One more. Come on, Mama. One more push." She pushed again. Her vision went white. Another cry. Softer this time. A girl. 2 babies. 2 tiny bodies wrapped in blue and pink. The nurse placed them on Ava's chest. Warm, sticky, perfect. Ava stared at them. Her twins. Her secret. She didn't smile. The boardroom emptied slowly. Handshakes. Back slaps. Promises of lunch, of yachts, of investments that would make them all gods among men. Ethan checked his phone. 8 missed calls. All from the hospital. His heart dropped into his shoes. "Go," Victor said, reading his face. "Go meet your wife. Celebrate with her. You earned this, Ethan. All of it." Ethan grabbed his jacket and ran. He burst through the hospital doors like a man on fire. Flowers in one hand, roses, her favorite, red as blood. His other hand clutched his phone, still warm from the congratulations texts flooding in. His shirt was half untucked, tie loose around his neck. Room 304. 3rd floor. He took the stairs 2 at a time. The hallway stretched forever. White tiles, white walls, white light that made everything look clean and cold and wrong. He found the door. Pushed it open. "Babe." His voice cracked with joy, with relief, with everything he'd been holding in for 9 months. "We did it. $1 billion. Can you believe it? $1 billion. We're set for life. The twins are set for life. I just..." He stopped. Ava sat upright in the hospital bed. No tears. No exhaustion. Just stillness. She wore a white gown that made her look like a bride at a funeral. Her hair was pulled back tight. Her face was a mask. On the side table, 2 bassinets. 2 sleeping babies. Ethan's smile wavered. "Babe? You okay? Where's the... Are they healthy? Are you?" Ava extended her hand. A brown envelope. Manila. Official looking. "Sign these 2, she said. Her voice was ice. Was glass. Was a door slamming shut. Ethan took the envelope. His fingers fumbled with the flap. Papers slid out. Petition for divorce. The word swam. His vision blurred. What? What is this? Ava, what? They're not yours. 4 words. 4 bullets. Ethan's knees buckled. He grabbed the bed rail to stay standing. "What did you just..." The door opened behind him. Footsteps. Slow. Confident. Ethan turned. Victor walked in. Not rushed. Not apologetic. Not surprised. Victor, his boss, his mentor, the man who just made him a billionaire, walked past Ethan like he was furniture. Walked straight to Ava. leaned down, kissed her forehead, picked up the baby boy from the bassinet, cradled him like he'd done it before, like he'd practiced. "Hey, champ," Victor whispered to the baby. "Daddy's here." Ethan's world tilted. The flowers dropped. Red petals scattered across white tile like a crime scene. Victor looked at him then. Really looked. And smiled. Not cruel. Worse. Pitying. "Sorry, kid," Victor said. "Business." Ava's hand reached out. Not to Ethan. To Victor. Their fingers laced together. Ethan stumbled backward. His shoulder hit the doorframe. The room spun. Somewhere far away, a baby cried. Or maybe it was him. He couldn't tell anymore. He ran. Down the hallway. Past nurses. Past families holding balloons. Past an old man in a wheelchair who stared at him with knowing eyes. He burst out into the parking lot. The Seattle night hit him. Humid, thick, tasting like diesel and rain. The first drops fell as he reached his car. By the time he drove away, it was pouring. Behind him, in room 304, Victor kissed Ava again. She kissed him back. The twins slept through it all. 6 months earlier. You want to know how it started? Fine. Let me tell you. Ethan was a good man. That's the tragedy of it. Good men always lose first. He met Ava at a company party. One of those rooftop things in Victoria Island where the champagne costs more than most people's rent. She wore yellow. Laughed at his jokes. Danced with him under string lights that made everything look like a dream. 3 months later, they married at a registry office. Small ceremony. Her parents didn't come. His were dead. It was just them and 2 witnesses pulled from the street. Ava said she liked it simple. Ethan believed her. He believed everything she said. He worked hard. Came home late. Left early. Kissed her forehead every morning before dawn, before the city woke up, before the traffic started screaming. She never complained. That should have been the first sign. Victor Sanders was 45. Divorced twice. Rich enough to buy silence. He built his company, Sanders Energy Solutions, from scratch, from nothing, from dirt under his fingernails and blood on his hands. He liked beautiful things. Cars. Watches. Women. Especially women who belonged to other men. It started innocent enough. Office small talk. Victor asking Ethan how married life was treating him. Ethan showing pictures of Ava on his phone. She's stunning, Victor said. You're a lucky man. Ethan glowed. I know, sir. I really am. Victor's smile didn't reach his eyes. The company Christmas party. December heat thick enough to chew. The office rented out a hotel ballroom, chandeliers, live band, open bar. Ethan pitched a new client across the room. His big break. The contract that would make him senior partner. Ava stood by the buffet table in a red dress that clung like sin. Victor approached. Mrs. Ethan, he said, extending a hand. We finally meet. Your husband talks about you constantly. Ava shook his hand. Held it a second too long. Does he? She said. Drives me crazy, Victor laughed. Makes the rest of us feel like failures. Ava sipped her wine. Maybe you are. Victor's eyebrows rose. Then he laughed again. Real this time. Surprised. I like you, he said. I know, Ava replied. Across the room, Ethan closed the deal. Shook hands. Turned to find his wife. She was laughing at something Victor said. Ethan smiled. Of course they got along. Why wouldn't they? After all, Victor was like a father to him. January, February, March. Ethan worked 100-hour weeks. The big contract needed attention. Victor said he was grooming him for partnership. For the top. Ava stayed home in their 2-bedroom apartment in Lecky. Small. Clean. Not quite enough. She scrolled Instagram. Saw Victor's yacht. His cars. His life. She looked around their apartment. The second-hand couch. The cheap curtains. Her phone buzzed. Victor. Your husband's a brilliant man. She stared at the message. AVA. I know, Victor. But brilliance doesn't always pay the bills. AVA. What does? Victor. Knowing the right people. The dots appeared. Disappeared. Appeared again. Victor. Lunch tomorrow? Let's discuss your husband's future. Ava should have said no. She typed, where? The hotel restaurant was empty at 2 p.m. Too late for lunch. Too early for dinner. Perfect. Victor wore casual clothes, jeans, polo shirt. Trying to look normal. Trying to look safe. Ava wore jeans too. A white top. Hair down. They talked about Ethan for 10 minutes. Then they didn't. You're unhappy, Victor said. Not a question. Ava set down her fork. Excuse me. In your marriage. You're unhappy. You don't know anything about. I've been married 3 times, Victor interrupted. I know unhappy. I can see it from space. Ava's jaw tightened. Ethan's a good man. Good doesn't mean enough. She should have walked out. Should have thrown her water in his face. Should have called Ethan right there. Instead, she said, what do you want? Victor leaned back. Honestly, to see you smile. A real smile. Not the one you give your husband when he comes home too tired to notice you. Ava's throat went tight. I notice you, Victor said quietly. That's how it starts. Not with force. Not with threats. With attention. With being seen. The first hotel room came 3 weeks later. Present day. Ethan sat in his car outside the hospital for 20 minutes. The rain hammered the windshield. Each drop sounded like a gunshot. The divorce papers sat on the passenger seat. Mocking him. They're not yours. He picked up his phone. Scrolled to Ava's contact. Her picture smiled at him, taken 6 months ago, before her belly swelled, before the world ended. His thumb hovered over call. He threw the phone instead. It hit the dashboard, cracked, went dark. Ethan screamed. A raw, animal sound that no one heard over the storm. Then he drove. Didn't know where. Didn't care. The city blurred past. Traffic lights bled into streaks of red and green. People huddled under bus stops. Life continuing like nothing had changed. Like his entire existence hadn't just been deleted. He ended up at the office. Pulled into the underground parking. The same spot he'd parked in every day for 5 years. The elevator ride up felt like a funeral procession. The office was dark. Everyone had gone home hours ago. Except one light. Victor's office. Corner suite. Top floor. Ethan's feet carried him there. He didn't decide to go. His body just moved. Victor's door was open. The man himself sat behind his massive desk, tie loosened, whiskey in hand. He looked up when Ethan appeared. Ah, Victor said. Was wondering when you'd show up. Ethan's fists clenched. Why? Why what? Why her? Why me? Why? His voice broke. Those babies. Those twins. I was going to be their father. I painted the nursery. I read books. They were never going to be yours, Victor said simply. They were always mine. The words were a knife between ribs. How long? Ethan whispered. Does it matter? How long? Victor sighed. Took a sip. Since January. Maybe December. Time blurs. 8 months. Maybe 9. The entire pregnancy. Ethan's legs gave out. He collapsed into the chair across from Victor's desk. I loved her, he said. I gave her everything I had. I know. Victor's voice was almost kind. Almost. That's the problem. Everything you had wasn't enough. And you? You had enough. Victor gestured around the office. The city view. The empire. I have everything. Silence filled the space between them. Heavy. Final. The contract, Ethan said slowly. The $1 billion deal. That was real, right? Tell me that was real. Victor smiled. And Ethan knew. You're joking, he breathed. Please tell me. Check your email, Victor said. Ethan pulled out his cracked phone. It flickered to life. He opened his work email. The subject line, contract amendment, equity restructure. His hands shook as he read. The $1 billion deal was real. But his share, the equity he'd earned, the partnership percentage, had been transferred. Redistributed. To Victor. All of it. That can't be legal, Ethan said. Read the fine print. Page 47, Clause 18. You signed it. I didn't, I never. You did. This morning. When you signed the main contract. Victor finished his whiskey. I put it in there. You were so excited. You didn't read it. No one ever reads page 47. Ethan couldn't breathe. The room spun. So I get nothing. You get your salary. For now. For now. Victor stood. Buttoned his jacket. I'm letting you go, Ethan. Effective immediately. I'll have security escort you out in the morning. Tonight. I'm feeling generous. You can leave on your own. He walked to the door. Paused. Ava and the twins will be fine, he said. I take care of what's mine. Then he was gone. Ethan sat in that office until 3 a.m. When he finally left, he took nothing with him. 1 week later, the motel room smelled like mold and regret. Ethan woke on stained sheets, sunlight stabbing through broken blinds. His head pounded. His mouth tasted like copper and cheap whiskey. For 3 seconds, he forgot everything. Then it all came back. Ava. Victor. The twins. The contract. The signature. He rolled over. Grabbed his phone off the floor. The screen was a spider web of cracks, but it still worked. 37 missed calls. Most from his mother's sister in Ibadan. A few from old friends. None from Ava. 1 voicemail from the bank. He played it. Mr. Ethan, this is First Bank calling about your accounts. We need you to come in immediately. There are some irregularities. Your business account, savings account, and joint account with Mrs. Ava have all been frozen pending investigation. Please contact us as soon as. Ethan deleted it. He opened his banking app. His fingers moved like they belonged to someone else. Checking account, $47.22. Savings account, frozen. Business account, frozen. Joint account, closed. He laughed. It came out like a sob. Everything. Victor had taken everything. A knock at the door made him jump. Housekeeping. Not today. Ethan shouted. The knocking continued. Harder. Sir, you need to pay for another night or leave. Manager's orders. Ethan checked his wallet. $2,000. That was it. That was all he had left in the world. He paid. The woman at the desk counted the bills twice, like she expected them to disappear. 1 more night, she said. After that, you're out. Ethan nodded. Walked back to his room. Sat on the bed. His wedding ring caught the light. Gold. Simple. Ava had picked it out. He twisted it off his finger. Stared at it. Then threw it across the room. It bounced off the wall, rolled under the radiator, disappeared. Good. That night, he went to a bar. Not a nice one. The kind where the floor stuck to your shoes and nobody asked questions. He ordered beer. Drank it fast. Ordered another. A man sat down next to him. Older. Grey hair. Expensive watch that didn't match the bar. Rough day? The man asked. Rough life, Ethan replied. I know the feeling. The man extended a hand. James. James Hanks. Ethan shook it. Ethan. I know who you are. James smiled at Ethan's confused look. I used to work for Sanders Energy. 5 years. Victor fired me when I asked for a raise. Seems to be his style. Oh, it gets worse. He slept with my daughter. Got her pregnant. Paid her to get rid of it. James's smile never wavered, but his eyes were cold. Dead. I've been waiting 3 years to watch that man burn. Ethan set down his beer. Why are you telling me this? Because I saw the news. Everyone did. Billionaire boss steals employee's wife. Quite the headline. James pulled out his phone, showed Ethan the article. His own face stared back at him, a photo from the company website, smiling like an idiot. Ethan's stomach turned. You want revenge? James asked. I want my life back. Can't have that. But revenge? Revenge is possible. James slid a business card across the bar. Call me when you're ready to stop feeling sorry for yourself. He left money for both their drinks and walked out. Ethan stared at the card. James Hanks, private investigator. He pocketed it. 3 days later, Ethan's phone rang at 6 a.m. Unknown number. Hello. Ethan Adeyemi. A woman's voice. Sharp. Professional. Who's asking? My name is Lila Melissa. I'm a corporate lawyer. I represent clients who've been wronged by Victor Sanders. Ethan sat up. How many clients? 17. So far. You'd be 18. What do you want? I want to meet. Today. There's something you need to see. She gave him an address. A cafe in Seattle. Expensive area. The kind of place Ethan used to take Ava for Sunday brunch. He almost said no. But what else did he have to do? Lila was beautiful in a dangerous way. Sharp suit. Sharper eyes. She sat in the back corner, laptop open, 2 coffees waiting. You came, she said when Ethan approached. I'm here. Talk fast. She turned her laptop toward him. I've been investigating Victor for 2 years. Building a case. He's smart, but he's not careful. Rich men never are. The screen showed bank statements. Offshore accounts. Wire transfers to shell companies. He's been embezzling from his own company, Lila explained. Millions. Paying himself bonuses that the board never approved. Inflating contract values and pocketing the difference. Then arrest him. It's not that simple. He's protected. Judges. Politicians. Police commissioners. He owns them all. She pulled up another file. But there's a way to destroy him that's better than prison. How? Bankruptcy. Public humiliation. Losing everything he loves the way he made you lose everything. Ethan's jaw tightened. I'm listening. Lila pulled out a flash drive. This contains proof of fraud on the contract you signed. The equity transfer? Illegal. Breach of labor law. We can void it. Get your share back. And then we go bigger. We expose every dirty deal he's ever made. Tank his stock. Get the board to vote him out. Sell his company piece by piece to his competitors. Why do you care? Ethan asked. What's in this for you? Lila's smile was ice. He destroyed my father's business 10 years ago. Stole his patents. My father killed himself 6 months later. I was 15. She closed the laptop. I've been waiting a long time for someone like you. Someone he hurt enough to fight back. I have $47 to my name. You have rage. That's better than money. She pushed the flash drive across the table. Question is, are you angry enough to do something about it? Ethan stared at the flash drive. He thought about Ava. The twins. The hospital room. Victor's smile. They were always mine. He picked up the drive. Tell me what to do. 6 weeks later, Ethan lived in Lila's office. Not literally, though some nights it felt like it. The spare room with a couch. Cold coffee. Stacks of legal documents that grew taller every day. They worked like demons. Like people possessed. Lila taught him everything. Corporate law. Stock manipulation. How to read financial statements. How to find the lies buried in spreadsheets. Victor thinks he's untouchable, she said one night, after 17 hours straight. Men like him always do. That's their weakness. James came by twice a week. Brought information. Photos of Victor with politicians. Recordings of phone calls discussing bribes. Where do you get this stuff? Ethan asked once. James winked. I have friends in low places. Slowly, they built a case. A strategy. A war plan. But Ethan needed money. Real money. You can't fight a billionaire with rage alone. I know someone, Lila said. Mike King. Victor's biggest competitor. He's been trying to buy Sanders Energy for years. He'll fund us. Why would he trust me? Because I'll vouch for you. And because he hates Victor more than we do. The meeting happened in a penthouse suite overlooking Bar Beach. Mike King was 60. Grey beard. Kind eyes. But his handshake was steel. Lila tells me you want to destroy Victor Sanders, Mike said, pouring tea. I want justice, Ethan replied. Justice. Mike laughed. Nice word. I prefer revenge. More honest. He sat down. Studied Ethan like a specimen under glass. Victor stole from you. Your wife. Your future. I respect that anger. But anger alone doesn't win wars. Strategy does. Patience. He sipped his tea. Do you have patience, Mr. Ethan? I have time. Good. Because this will take months. Maybe a year. We can't just attack Victor head on. He'll crush us. We need to be smarter. Cut his support. Turn his allies. Make him weak before we strike. I'll do whatever it takes. Mike smiled. Then we have a deal. He wrote a check. Slid it across the table. Ethan looked at the number. $5 million. That's just the start, Mike said. Bring me Victor's head on a platter, and I'll make you rich beyond your dreams. Ethan folded the check. Put it in his pocket. I don't want to be rich, he said. I want him to feel what I felt. Even better, Mike replied. 3 months later, everything changed slowly. Then all at once. Ethan started a consulting company. Small. Anonymous. Helped Mike's firm win contracts that Victor wanted. 1 contract. Then 3. Then 7. Victor's stock started slipping. Nothing dramatic. Just a slow bleed. Ethan grew stronger. Worked out every morning. Push-ups until his arms shook. Running until his lungs burned. He got a haircut. New clothes. Stopped looking like a victim. Lila watched him transform. You're different, she said one night. I'm focused. No. You're dangerous. She smiled. I like it. They leaked information to journalists. Small stories at first. Questions about Victor's business practices. Where did the money go? Why were contracts inflated? The press started circling. Sharks smelling blood. Victor held press conferences. Denied everything. Smiled his practice smile. But Ethan saw the cracks. The way Victor's eye twitched when reporters asked hard questions. Fear. Beautiful. Delicious fear. Meanwhile, across town, Ava's life was falling apart. The twins were 6 months old now. Beautiful babies. Demanding babies. She lived in Victor's mansion. 12 bedrooms. Pool. Tennis court. Everything she dreamed of. Except Victor was never there. Business trips, he said. Important meetings. Ava scrolled Instagram. Saw photos of Victor at clubs. With women. Young women. Models. She called him. He didn't answer. She called again. Voicemail. The twins cried. Both at once. That special harmony only babies can manage. Ava picked them up. One in each arm. Her back ached. Her eyes burned from lack of sleep. The nanny had quit last week. The 3rd nanny this month. Mrs. Ava, the woman had said, I cannot work in a house with no joy. These babies need their father. You need help. I need to leave. Now it was just Ava. alone in a mansion that felt like a prison. She thought about Ethan. The way he used to kiss her forehead before leaving for work. The way he'd rub her feet when they were swollen during pregnancy. She pushed the thoughts away. She'd made her choice. She'd wanted this. Didn't she? The baby boy, Michael, started crying harder. His face turned red. Then purple. Please, Ava whispered. Please stop. Please just. Her phone rang. Finally. Victor. She answered. Where are you? Busy. Listen, I need you to sign some papers. My lawyer will bring them tomorrow. Papers? What papers? Nothing important. Just formalities. Sign them. Victor, when are you coming home? The twins need you. I need. Can't talk. Meeting in 5. Love you. He hung up. Ava stared at the phone. Love you. He'd never said that before. Not once in 8 months. Why now? The board meeting happened on a Thursday. Victor walked into the conference room expecting the usual. Handshakes. Agreement. Rubber stamps. Instead, he found a room full of stone faces. Mike King sat at the head of the table. Mike. Victor's smile faltered. What are you doing here? Sitting in my new seat, Mike replied. Didn't you hear? The board voted this morning. I'm the new chairman. That's impossible. I own 51% of this company. Actually, Lila said, stepping out from behind the door, you own 32%. The rest was fraudulently obtained through illegal equity transfers and embezzlement. We have proof. All of it. Victor's face went white. Then red. This is a coup. You can't. We already did. Mike stood. Security will escort you out. You have 1 hour to clean out your office. After that, your access cards will be deactivated. I'll sue. I'll destroy all of you. Do you know who I am? We know exactly who you are, a voice said from the doorway. Victor turned. Ethan walked in. New suit. New haircut. New eyes. Cold. Calculating. Victorious. Hello, Victor, Ethan said softly. Victor's jaw dropped. You can't be here. You're nothing. I'm the new chief strategy officer, Ethan interrupted. The board voted unanimously. Funny how that works when you stop bribing people. He walked closer. Close enough that Victor could see his smile. The same smile Victor had given him in the hospital room. Oh, and one more thing, Ethan said. The house you put Ava in? The mansion? Technically owned by the company. Executive perk. Since you're no longer an executive. Victor's eyes widened. You wouldn't. Eviction notice arrives tomorrow morning. 9 a.m. Ethan leaned in. Whispered. Business, Victor. Just business. Security guards appeared at the door. Gentlemen, Mike said. Please escort Mr. Sanders from the premises. Victor lunged at Ethan. The guards grabbed him. Pinned his arms. I'll kill you. Victor screamed as they dragged him away. I'll destroy you. The door slammed shut. Silence. Then Lila started clapping. Slow. Deliberate. The entire board joined in. Ethan didn't smile. Didn't celebrate. He just walked to the window. Looked out at the city. 1 down. 1 to go. Ava signed the papers Victor's lawyer brought. She didn't read them. She was too tired. Too defeated. The lawyer left. 2 hours later, the police arrived. Mrs. Ava Sanders, the officer said. Yes. You're under arrest for conspiracy to commit fraud. You have the right to remain silent. What? No. There's been a mistake. I didn't. They handcuffed her. Read her rights. Led her out in front of the neighbors. The twins screamed in the background. A social worker appeared to take them. My babies. Ava fought against the handcuffs. Please. They need me. Please don't take my babies. But they did. The papers she'd signed? An admission of guilt. A confession that Victor had written, implicating her in his fraud schemes. He'd thrown her under the bus to save himself. At the police station, Ava sat in a cold room for 6 hours before anyone came. When the door finally opened, it wasn't a lawyer. It was Ethan. Ava's breath caught. Ethan. Oh God. Ethan, please. You have to help me. Victor set me up. I didn't know anything about his business. I swear. Please. You have to believe me. Ethan pulled out a chair, sat down, said nothing. I'm sorry, Ava whispered. Tears streamed down her face. Real tears. Desperate tears. I'm so sorry. I made a mistake. The biggest mistake of my life. I was stupid and selfish and, please help me. For the twins. They need their mother. Ethan finally spoke. The twins are fine. They're with foster care. Good people. People who'll actually love them. I love them. You love yourself. His voice was flat. Empty. You always did. That's not fair. Fair. Ethan laughed. Cold. You served me divorce papers in a hospital room. You told me my children weren't mine. You destroyed me. And now you want to talk about fair? Ava sobbed. I didn't know he'd do this. He promised to take care of me. He said. He lied. Just like you lied. Ethan stood. I didn't come here to help you, Ava. I came to watch you realize what you lost. He walked to the door. Stopped. For what it's worth, he said. I really did love you. That was real. Maybe the only real thing in our entire marriage. Ethan, please. Goodbye, Ava. He left. Ava collapsed onto the table. Screaming. Crying. Breaking. No one came to help. 6 months later, Victor Sanders was arrested on 43 counts of fraud, embezzlement, and bribery. His trial was the biggest news story in Seattle. Every channel covered it. Every paper ran headlines. He got 15 years. No bail. His lawyers tried everything. Appeals. Bribes. Threats. Nothing worked. Ethan had been thorough. Ava got 5 years. Pleaded guilty to reduce charges in exchange for testimony against Victor. She tried to call Ethan 17 times from prison. He never answered. The twins were adopted by a family in Abuja. Good people. A doctor and a teacher. They'd send photos to Ava once a month. She kept them under her pillow. Cried herself to sleep looking at faces that would never remember her. Ethan stood on the balcony of his new apartment. Seattle. 23rd floor. The city spread below like a constellation. Lila appeared beside him. 2 glasses of wine. She handed him one. Mike wants you to take over as CEO, she said. I know. You going to do it? Maybe. Haven't decided. What's holding you back? Ethan sipped his wine. Doesn't feel like victory. Just feels empty. That's because revenge isn't the same as healing. Lila touched his shoulder. But it's a start. His phone buzzed. A notification. A news alert. Victor Sanders sentenced to 15 years in prison. Billions in assets seized. Ethan stared at it. He should feel something. Joy. Satisfaction. Triumph. Instead, he just felt tired. Come inside, Lila said gently. It's over. You won. That's enough. Ethan looked at her. Really looked. She'd been there through everything. Never asked for anything. Just helped. Why? He asked. Why did you do all this? For revenge? For your father? At first, yes. She smiled. But somewhere along the way, it became about you. About helping someone who actually deserved it. I don't know if I deserve anything. That's what makes you different from Victor. He thought he deserved everything. You don't even think you deserve kindness. She finished her wine. set the glass down. "For what it's worth," she said, "I think you're going to be okay. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow. But someday." Ethan nodded. They stood in silence, watching the city, watching the lights. Somewhere out there, Victor sat in a cell. Somewhere out there, Ava cried into a pillow. And here, on this balcony, Ethan breathed. Just breathed. Still alive. Still standing. Still here. That was enough. For now. 1 year later. The office was smaller than Victor's had been. Ethan preferred it that way. Windows facing east. Morning light. Simple desk. He signed documents. Approved contracts. Built something new. Not Sanders Energy. That name was poison now. This was Phoenix Solutions. Rising from ashes. Starting over. He'd hired James as head of security. Lila as general counsel. Mike as an investor. They were building something clean. Something honest. The door opened. His assistant poked her head in. "Mr. Ethan? You have a visitor. Says it's important." "Who?" She didn't give a name. Just said you'd want to see her. Ethan frowned. "Send her in." A woman entered. Ava. Older. Thinner. Haircut short. Prison had carved lines into her face that hadn't been there before. Ethan stood slowly. "How did you get out?" "Good behavior. Early release." Her voice was small. Broken. "I served 3 years. They let me out last week." "Congratulations." "Don't." She held up a hand. "I didn't come here for forgiveness. I know I don't deserve that. I just came to say." She took a breath. "Thank you." "For what?" "The twins. You made sure they went to a good family. You could have let them go anywhere. But you chose people who'd love them." Tears filled her eyes. "I got letters. Photos. They're happy. That's because of you." Ethan said nothing. "I destroyed us," Ava continued. "I destroyed everything good we had. I was selfish and cruel and stupid. I don't expect you to forgive me. I don't forgive myself. But I needed you to know that I see it now. What I threw away. Who you were." "Who I was," Ethan repeated. "I'm not that person anymore." "I know. I'm not who I was either. Prison changes you. Losing your children changes you." She wiped her eyes. "I'm leaving Seattle. Going back to my village. Start over. Try to become someone my kids might be proud of someday. If they ever want to meet me." She turned to leave. "Ava." She stopped. "I hope you find peace," Ethan said quietly. "I really do. Not for you. For them. The twins deserve a mother who's healed." "Thank you." She opened the door. Paused. "For what it's worth. I really did love you. At first. Before I ruined it." "I know." She left. Ethan sat back down. Stared at nothing. His phone buzzed. A text from Lila. "Lila. Dinner tonight?" "I'm cooking." He smiled. Small. Real. "Ethan. I'll bring wine." Outside his window, Seattle hummed. Traffic. Horns. Life continuing. Ethan took a breath. Let it out. Picked up his pen. Started working. There were contracts to review. Deals to make. A future to build. The past was behind him. Finally. The end. Some betrayals destroy you. Others remake you. The difference is what you do with the ashes.